Hey guys, what's up? Killjoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror remakes movies. Horror movie remakes. That sounds pretty good. Since yesterday was the 10-year anniversary of the 2010 A Nightmare on Elm Street movie, I decided why not start this new series now? On this series, we're going to be comparing the remake to the original version, and today we're going to be doing A Nightmare on Elm Street, both the 1984 version and the 2010 version. Before I get into it though, I'm gonna need you guys to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Alright, now let's get into it. So first, let's talk about the good for both movies. We're gonna start with the original movie. Now, A Nightmare on Elm Street 1984, or as this anagram shows, it kind of looks like anus. Some of the positives for me are this film created a horror icon, Freddy Krueger. I mean, everyone knows who that is. He's like one of the top 4 slasher killers like out there. This film has an 80s AF score that I just love. Every time I watch this film, it gets me in the mood. Not gets me in the mood. Whoa, that's kind of creepy. There's some iconic shots like the scene in the bathtub where the claw comes up, or the face coming through the wall. There's a whole list of those that I could go through as well. Johnny Depp. Just Johnny Depp. That's all I got for that one. He's in this film. It's like one of his first movies. Pretty awesome. It's a fun overall film, and also there's no child molestation. Yet. Come on, Freddy, why you gotta be doing that? Now, the good for Anus 2010, I think it has a really great opening scene. I gotta give this movie credit for the opening scene. When I was a kid, I saw this film. I was only just a little squirt, 12 years old at the time, and I saw that opening scene. I'd never even heard of Freddy Krueger at the time, and holy crap, that scared the hell out of me, man. That beginning scene, that is horrifying. I think this film also has the edge on the effects. I think some of the effects in the original just don't quite hold up as well. I think this one does do really good with the makeup, and some of the CGI isn't too bad. Some would argue that Freddy also comes off as a little more realistic in this film, although I think that kind of defeats the point of these whole movies, but I'm just gonna put that on there anyway. Now let's get into the bad and the ugly. I don't have much for the 1984 cut, but I will definitely say it is a little cheesy. Personally, I think that adds to it, the whole atmosphere, but for some that's probably a turnoff. And like I said, I think the 2010 version, the effects are just slightly better in that one, just because, you know, you give it a little more time. There's like, a 26-year difference between the movies. Effects just get better over time. For the 2010 Anus, I would say that the cast is just horrendous. I mean, compared to the 1984 version especially, these people are terrible, especially the people who plays Freddy. He's just not great. No one else can play Freddy. Who else can play Freddy besides Robert Englund? No one. The entire third act of this film is just rehashing popular Freddy lines, which is so annoying. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a rehash of everything I've already seen and fell in love with from the original series. I want to see new stuff. If you're trying to create a new realistic version of Freddy Krueger, give me some new one-liners, or no one-liners at all if you're trying to make him realistic, a real serial killer. The 2010 version also focused on Freddy being a child molester, which is something they made up for one of the sequels. I don't want that to be part of him. Why is that so? Why do people want that to be such a big part of Freddy's character? It's so unnecessary, so unbelievably unnecessary, and just gross. I don't want to see that in a fun horror film. So if I had to give the ugly award to one of these films, it's definitely the 2010 version. The 1984 version is just easily the superior film here. So I'm giving 1 point to the original. 1 point to Gryffindor. Should this remake have even happened? Nah, I don't think so. This movie doesn't really add anything to the series. It just kind of takes away. Everything about it is just a rehash of everything we've already seen in the past films. Now, is there someone out there who could remake it? Mike Flanagan talked about this a little bit in an interview a while ago. He expressed interest in wanting to create his own version of Freddy Krueger. I don't really think anyone else can play Freddy Krueger, if I'm being honest. Anyone can walk around and wear a hockey mask and hit some people with a machete, but does everyone have the charisma and the personality, the strange sex appeal of Freddy Krueger? I don't think so. I think Robert Englund hit that on the head. I don't think anyone else could play him. I really don't. It would be a very difficult movie to remake. I would say it's possible. I don't think you could make a better film, but I would say you could make a good remake of this version. It's just the 2010 one made so many mistakes. Do you guys agree with this decision? Leave me something in the comments below, what you think about both films. Thank you guys so much for watching my video on the remake versus the original of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Do you guys like this? I'll make more if you want. Just leave me something in the comments below if you're really digging this. Follow me on Twitter at KilljoyJake1 and on Instagram at Killjoy_Jake. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.